You probably think eggs are one of the safest foods you can buy. Cheap, healthy, simple. But what if the eggs you buy every week come from farms that look nothing like the pictures on the box? What if the brand you trust is facing a landmark complaint for misleading consumers? What if Enriched Colony is just the legal successor to the battery cage? What if so-called free-range hens on some of the UK's biggest supplier farms were filmed trapped in metal slats, covered in filth, having never even stepped outside? And what if the eggs inside your supermarket sandwich didn't even come from the UK at all? Today we're exposing 5 egg brands sold across UK supermarkets that carry problems most shoppers never see, and at the end, the 3 alternatives proving that cleaner, more honest eggs are still possible. Let's start. 1. Happy Egg Company, when the name becomes the problem. Before we talk about conditions or welfare, start here. In April 2025, animal welfare non-profit A Bit Weird filed a formal complaint against the Happy Egg Company with the Competition and Markets Authority. It was described as a landmark case, filed on the same day the CMA received new powers to act directly against misleading marketing without going through the courts. The complaint alleged that Happy Egg's branding, including the name itself, cartoons of lush green meadows, and the slogan "Happiness First," creates a misleading impression of hen welfare. This followed a 2024 ASA complaint by Animal Justice Project and a public accusation of welfare washing from Veganuary founder Matthew Glover. Now look at what investigators actually documented. PETA UK visited 3 farms supplying Happy Egg, owned by Noble Foods. Footage showed hens packed into crowded barns with minimal enrichment. The majority of birds had been debeaked, a procedure that can cause acute and chronic pain, including the formation of neuromas, masses of nerve tissue linked to lifelong discomfort. Dead birds were found rotting among the living. Many hens were virtually featherless with raw, exposed skin. Animal Justice Project's investigation into supplier farms associated with the British Free-Range Egg Producers Association, which represents producers responsible for 70% of the nation's free-range eggs, revealed similar findings. The RSPCA subsequently suspended all 3 farms investigated and permanently removed one. Happy Egg has strongly refuted the allegations, stating that their farms exceed RSPCA assured standards. But when the CMA, the ASA, multiple investigative charities, and undercover footage all converge on the same brand, the word happy starts carrying weight it can't support. And once you see how marketing language can stretch beyond recognition, the next brand shows what happens when welfare isn't even pretending to be the priority. 2. Asda Smart Price, the system that never really left. Most consumers assume battery cages were banned. They were, in 2012. But they were replaced by Enriched Colony cages, which remain legal and currently house approximately 10 million laying hens, roughly 20% of the national flock. Each bird gets a usable living space equivalent to a sheet of A4 paper plus a postcard. The system includes a perch, a small scratching mat, and a nesting area. Many feature electrified wire to prevent hens from pecking at eggs on the collection belt. There is no natural light, no outdoor access. Feather loss is endemic. Asda has committed to going cage-free by 2025 for shell eggs. But supermarket pledges frequently apply only to own-brand shell eggs. Processed egg ingredients in ready meals, sandwiches and cakes often remain sourced from cage systems. The eggs consumers see in the box are only a fraction of the eggs they actually eat. The rest are hidden inside other products where the production method disappears entirely. The UK government opened a formal consultation in January 2026 on banning enriched colony cages, with a proposed phase-out by 2032, following polling showing 85% of UK adults consider it unacceptable to keep hens in cages. Until legislation catches up, enriched colony remains a legal category, 1 generation away from the battery cage it replaced. And if cage production can persist behind pledges and processed ingredients, the next brand shows how even free range can operate at a scale that changes what the words mean. 3. Lidl Meadow Fresh, the cage-free promise that kept moving. Lidl made a public commitment to sell only free-range shell eggs by the end of 2024. Then the timeline shifted. In October 2023, Lidl adjusted its position, announcing it would source from a new UK facility using the Dutch Kipster model. The retailer framed this as an evolution rather than a delay, but Lidl's chicken supply chain has already demonstrated what cost pressure produces. In the 2024 Essere Animali study, 50% of Lidl chicken samples contained antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and 45% of UK samples tested positive for MRSA. Lidl remains one of the only major European retailers that has refused to sign the Better Chicken commitment. On eggs, free-range certification requires outdoor access, but outdoor access does not mean outdoor use. On many large-scale free-range farms, the majority of hens remain inside crowded sheds because the outdoor ranges are barren or lack sufficient tree cover to make nervous prey animals feel safe enough to venture out. When the commitment keeps moving and the infrastructure tells a different story, the label becomes an aspiration rather than a guarantee. And if the UK's largest discounter struggles to deliver on its welfare pledges, the next brand shows how a single company can dominate the egg market while remaining largely invisible. 4. Noble Foods, the company behind the curtain. You may never have heard of Noble Foods, but there's a strong chance you've eaten their eggs this week. Noble Foods is the UK's largest egg company. It owns Happy Egg Company, the Big and Fresh brand, and supplies own brand eggs to Tesco, Asda, Co-op, and others. When one company supplies this much of the market, its production standards effectively become the baseline. Animal Justice Project's 2023 and 2024 investigations documented widespread welfare failures across Noble Foods supplier farms, including severe feather loss, untreated injuries, hens trapped in metal slats, prolapsed cloacas, and dead birds left among the living. 3 RSPCA assured farms were suspended and 1 permanently removed. Glenrath Farms in Scotland, the UK's leading free-range producer supplying over 1 million eggs a day, was filmed with dead hens littered across shed floors, many face down in filth. When a single company sits behind multiple brand names and multiple supermarket contracts, the consumer has very little ability to trace where their eggs actually come from. Market dominance isn't a welfare violation, but it is a transparency problem. And if one company can shape the market from behind the label, the next entry shows what happens when imported eggs carry risks consumers are never warned about. 5. Imported eggs in processed foods. The ingredient you can't see. This one isn't a brand, it's a category, and it's everywhere. In 2017, the European fipronil scandal revealed that millions of eggs had been contaminated with a toxic insecticide banned from use near food-producing animals. Contaminated eggs reached the UK, with the FSA revising its estimate from 21,000 affected eggs to over 700,000. Products were withdrawn from Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Waitrose, and Asda. None were fresh shell eggs. All were processed products where imported egg was used as an ingredient. Over 90% of shell eggs sold in the UK carry the British Lion mark. But liquid egg, powdered egg, and pre-cooked egg used in sandwiches, ready meals, and baked goods can legally be sourced from anywhere, including countries where welfare and pesticide regulations fall below UK equivalents. The fipronil scandal proved this blind spot exists. The Polish salmonella crisis confirmed it remains open, with at least 65 people falling ill in 2023 from an outbreak linked to imported Polish eggs, including antibiotic-resistant strains. You cannot read a sandwich label and know where the egg inside it was produced. That's not a labeling failure, it's a system designed around ingredients rather than animals. So now you all must be wondering what to buy instead and why. It's different. So answer is, the pattern is consistent. Marketing that outpaces production. Welfare labels that don't guarantee welfare. Processed ingredients that bypass every consumer-facing commitment. The alternative is smaller, slower, and more expensive. Look for Soil Association Organic Certification, which mandates outdoor access, lower stocking densities, a maximum flock size of 2,000 birds per house, and antibiotics only as a last resort. Pasture-raised eggs from small-scale producers, keeping hens on rotating pasture with significantly more space per bird. And as promised, the 3 widely available options we would recommend are: Waitrose Duchy Organic eggs come from hens raised to Soil Association standards. Waitrose has one of the strongest welfare policies of any UK retailer and already sells only cage-free shell eggs. Duchy Organic represents a genuinely higher standard. M&S Organic free-range eggs are produced to Soil Association standards. Marks & Spencer has been cage-free since 1997, longer than any other major UK retailer, and its organic range carries no investigative footage, no regulatory complaints, and a track record stretching back nearly 3 decades. Available in every M&S Food and M&S Simply Food nationwide. Local, small flock pasture-raised eggs from farmers' markets remain the highest standard available. Flocks of under 100 birds rotating on fresh pasture, managed by producers who know their animals individually. They won't cost £1.65 for 6. That's the point. Eggs produced by hens with space, time, and natural behaviour built into the system taste different, look different, and carry a fundamentally different relationship between the animal, the farmer, and the consumer. And once you crack one open, the colour of the yolk tells you everything the label never did. So next time you're standing in the supermarket egg aisle, take a closer look at the box. Because in the egg industry, what you see on the label isn't always the whole story. That's it for today's food check. If this video changed the way you look at supermarket food, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next investigation. And I'd really like to hear your experience. Have you noticed a difference between cheap eggs and higher quality ones? Let me know in the comments below. Here at Food Check UK, we break down the labels, expose misleading marketing, and reveal what's really behind the food on supermarket shelves, so you can make smarter choices every time you shop. Now, take a look at the video on your screen, because the next product we investigated might already be sitting in your fridge.